Okay, everybody, welcome to episode 13 of Coffee with Parishioners. I am here with Jacob and Rebekah Mead. Welcome, Jacob and Rebekah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. So Jacob and Rebekah, for any who don't know, are our second quarantine wedding, okay? So it's a great joy for the whole parish to be able to share in the gift of this sacrament, to share in a little bit of your joy. And when I say quarantine wedding, certainly was in the mass suspension, but as we were just talking about, I think it was the day that shelter in place expired, was it not?
Mm-hmm.
So that was so that's kind of happy. So what is it? Has it been 1 week now?
Yep.
Yeah, 1 week today.
Oh, you're old pros now. You've been married for a whole week, you know, so happy 1 week anniversary. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, because we're recording this on Saturday.
Yep.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. What do you got to drink there? And are you coffee drinkers?
Drinking some green tea.
Green tea, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drinking coffee.
Okay, good. And what about your mugs? Oh, look at that, drinking in unison, isn't it? Oh, that's great.
Mine is, I don't know, you probably can't see it, but anyway, it says Hobbit at Heart. Can I hold it up for you?
Oh, awesome.
I don't know. It has a little Hobbit door, and it says Hobbit at Heart.
How did we never discuss Tolkien during marriage prep?
I don't know.
We'll have to save that for later.
That was an oversight. Oh, well.
Wow.
This just became an hour-long conversation.
Yeah. Buckle up, everybody. This is going to be the longest episode yet. No.
Woo!
In the Silmarillion.
So Hobbit at Heart, where did you get that?
It was from an Etsy shop called Tea with Tolkien, and it's great. They had great stuff. I don't know if the Etsy shop still exists, but the woman who ran it does a podcast.
Okay.
And has a website and stuff, and it's all about like how to be a Hobbit at heart and like just wholesome Catholic living, good stuff.
Oh, that's great. I've only, let's see, I think I read it twice only, but I just like, it's one of those books, like if it's been a few years, I start to get the itch to want to reread it, you know? Anyway, what do you got there, Jacob?
I have a mug that my beautiful wife gave me. It says introverted but willing to discuss Thomistic metaphysics.
Wow. Now, was that custom made, or did you actually find a mug that said that?
She got it off of Pints with Aquinas.
Yeah, Matt Fradd.
So
that's
another
great.
podcast.
Yeah.
That's great. Oh my gosh. This really could be the longest episode yet. If we get talking about Tolkien and Thomas Aquinas.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this will be great. Okay. So what do Tolkien and Thomas Aquinas have in mind? They're both Catholic, have in common. They're both Catholic, both
Mm-hmm.
love the Eucharist,
Mm-hmm.
both very creative. Of course, prolific writers. Yes. Yeah. It's interesting, the creative aspect of, so often we think of Thomas as being so systematic because he was gifted at using very systematic logical thought to teach effectively, but he also wrote the Tantum Ergo, you know, so
yeah,
definitely had that artistic creative bent. Good stuff. Well, thanks for sharing about your mugs. So that was, you said you got that from Rebekah.
Mm-hmm.
Was that like just recently? Did you get it for the wedding or?
It was for his birthday at the beginning of May.
Oh, nice. Oh, happy late birthday.
Thank you.
So mine, I'll share mine. Mine is.
Oh, nice.
I love my white collar job. So this was a gift from a parishioner, but also a staff member. And I want to share sort of. I honestly don't remember whether it was a birthday or a Christmas gift, but it was a very generous gift from, as I said, a parishioner and a staff member. But the funny part behind it was, and I honestly don't think this was the intention. I think the intention was that it was just a kind-hearted gesture. Here's this gift, and it's funny. But meanwhile, there are certain coffee mugs that, you know, are in the office and used for the office. And there's, in one of my next episodes, I'll bring over the one that, I won't say a couple of us fought over it, but like for some people like have like their mug that they used.
Mm-hmm.
There's one mug in particular that a few of us, like if we got to it first, it was our mug that week. And then, you know, and so like, so once I had this and I was like, okay, I'm out of the running for the other mug, you know, I'll use this, I'll use this one. And it clearly identifies this one's my mug, right? So anyway, so that's the story behind that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So do you have any interesting, good stories that would be worth sharing about interesting things that have happened in the past 3 months when all our lives have been different?
Well, I was finishing up grad school, so that was a bit of a hassle. I was commuting to Milwaukee once a week because I was a TA up there, and then when they shut classes down, the class that I was TAing for moved online, and so it was already kind of difficult to coordinate everything, but then trying to coordinate everything online was also difficult, and finishing my thesis and defending my thesis online. So that was within the last few months. That was interesting.
Nice. Do you got anything, Jacob?
I got married.
Oh, that's a thing that happened. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Now, and was that your original wedding date?
No, we were actually planning on getting married June 20th, but with the lockdown, it looked increasingly less likely that we would be able to have a large gathering with all our friends and families. And then she has friends that were getting married the same day as us in June.
Originally,
and they ended up bumping their date up, which kind of gave us the inspiration. And then May 30th is the feast of Saint Joan of Arc, who is Rebecca's patron saint, and Saint Louis the Ninth is my patron saint. So we thought it'd be cool to get married on the feast day of her saint in a church dedicated to my saint.
That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
And also, since we didn't have all the planning and the reception and all that stuff to worry about, it really just kind of made sense to bump it up.
And you just couldn't wait, you know? That's good. That's
we were
good.
excited to see each other again.
Yeah.
Because it had been like over 2 months. I'd been not quarantined, but shelter in place up at my parents' house. So we hadn't seen each other in like 2 months.
Well, I think it all came together beautifully. It was a beautiful celebration, well planned out. As co-captains of the wedding, you did a great job of helping to plan it out, and so everything was safe and everything, but it was also a beautiful celebration. Most important.
Thank you.
I was happy to be a part of it. Any special moments that were memorable for you from that day?
Well, I would say like the doors opening and walking into the church and like, wow, this is really happening. That was exciting.
Was the music playing at that point? I can't remember.
Yes.
Yes, it was. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. And like just afterwards getting to see people, even, from 6 feet away, like it was so joyful, kind of a reunion, getting to like be out and see people again and being married, and just so much excitement and joy for that day. Wonderful.
Awesome. Well, good stuff. Happy memories to share. Good, great coffee mugs. That's awesome. So thank you for taking this time to visit with me and to sort of share a little bit of your life with any of our parishioners and others who may view this latest and greatest episode of Coffee with Parishioners. We should get theme music. What do you think? Should we get theme music?
Yeah.
I could get my concertina and play a little ditty for
you. Yes, we will have to make that happen. Okay. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Father.
Thanks,
Bye.
Father.